They will not go for the Claude now.
SUNSPARKS, what is their answer? They don't necessarily can take the Baksha or the Lolita. That's why the Chango is a natural pick for GEO Esports. But of course, SUNSPARKS, they're one of, we mentioned this before, they're one of those who really prioritize getting the Gushon.
Yeah. A very risky, risky
it's the point man.
Yeah, it's the point man right here for the side of SUNSPARKS. A good answer to the Chango as it can dive her in. Quite a assassin right there. And JP with, of course, a vintage Granger. So it's a standard lineup for Team SUNSPARKS. Meanwhile, that is the Lolita counter pick for the Granger right there. Team GEO.
Yeah,
quite a good lineup.
Quite a good lineup indeed. I think I've seen this sort of lineup really be successful in many tournaments before. And I think in the Philippines, this is also a famous strategy where you get this Chang-O with the Masha and two defenders, two big tanks that can protect you so that you can siege. The idea here is to siege against your opponents. What do I mean by siege? You just stay in lane and constantly pummel your opponents with damage from long distance, protect your cores, and maybe take the turrets while that is happening.
While that is happening, of course, the Masha will do that.
But the Masha is going to be there
Plus,
as well.
the Glorious Pathway is your target for sure.
Yeah.
In landing those parallel lines.
Yeah,
it's your for sure guidelines to land all of those meteor showers.
Yeah, it's
if
like
you're the Chango.
It's like your bowling alley,
yeah,
right?
it's like your bowling alley.
And then you lay it down. You lay down the carpet.
But,
and of course, the Chango meteor shower is there.
Put all of those stars.
Yeah.
Put all of those stars. But I do feel that this is very risky for GEO Esports because they do have the Lilia. The Lilia depends on buffs. So if ever SUNSPARKS, if they manage to like repel the Lilia from getting those buffs, this will definitely be a snowball game for the Gushon.
You're gonna snowball.
Same goes to Team GEO as the Gushon relies on buffs.
Exactly. Now we're gonna hop into the game, but to kind of support what you're saying, I think that for GEO Esports, it's gonna be up to them on how they will control the map this time, control the tempo. They are the ones who are required to set the pace. SUNSPARKS, they can sit back and relax, just take whatever they can, and have this Granger be that heavy marksman in the mid and late game.
You're definitely right. JP will be using the Gushon right here. He does want blood. He clearly wants blood because of this Mystic Shop. But look at this, the threat from those magical spears. And that is the Deadly Gloom. First blood for GEO Esports.
And like you said, the tempo, the early game tempo for GEO Esports is actually pretty scary this time. SUNSPARKS, how can they defend? It's going to be KelBJ up top with the Thams, Reflection with the Hylos, JP with the Gushon, Fuzaken with this Kaja, Renjo on now. Actually, interestingly, Renjo will be the one to play this Granger.
The Granger, that is your U-Mobile replay right there. JP clearly underestimating the early game threat from this Lilia, which is now used by June. Was is using the Grok. Libra is using the Masha. Homies as this Chango, and Aura as the Lolita.
Oh, now Manjin, it's gonna be really scary for for SUNSPARKS.
Right.
Because it's not the easiest to run up against GEO Esports.
Yeah. All right, of course, guys, that is the redemption code right there. In your screens right now.
You just head on to mobilelegends.com/en/code exchange. Put in the redemption code with your ID, and you will get the chance, of course,
to win something.
To win
some bonus. But okay, back to the game. Both of the teams having the same plan. Just removing the first tier 1. This is clearly there's a transition to the mid game, but unfortunately for SUNSPARKS, the turtle did land in the top lane. So GEO Esports having the advantage right now. They do have the buffs right here. 2-man up coming in from the wild charge. That is of course a Death Sonata shield.
Oh, what a sidestep with the Numinum Blast. Now Reflection is in trouble. There is going to be the ring coming out of the Hylos, but it will not be enough to save him. It's going to be the meteor shower to fend up the members of SUNSPARKS, and they are going to be able to run away.
And this is GEO Esports.
Nice steal as well.
Yeah, GEO Esports doing what we've said earlier, the map control and the map rotation. Unfortunately for SUNSPARKS, they met up in the bush unexpectedly. Met up in the bushes with Team GEO, and of course the extra proc of damage for June gave them the opportunity to get that fight, and nice usage of the Bulwark Shield coming in from Aura to neglect extra damage coming in from the Dead Sonata.
GEO Esports, they have very, very, very strong early game potential in terms of team fights. And I don't think that SUNSPARKS can fight against them head-on 5v5 unless, of course, SUNSPARKS are able to manage to dissect the members of GEO Esports.
Yes.
But in terms of a head-on collision, I would give my money to GEO Esports.
Okay.
In terms of winning it, as was actually commits a wild charge.
Yeah, he committed a wild charge. That was clearly a mistake. He does want to get the
Offense
Kaja.
again.
But this is clearly a bait, an ambush for the side of GEO Esports. That is a glorious pathway right there. But what Gushin, I'm so sorry, SUNSPARKS with an outplay.
Yeah, definitely an outplay. They used the glorious pathway to fend off the other members of GEO Esports, separating Aura from the rest of the team, and Fuzaken with the timely usage of the Divine Judgment. Nice block into the wild charge. Flecha goes down with the meteor shower in there, but of course, the retaliation. JP gets the one with the help of the Kaja. This time the Rhapsody, it's gonna connect. The Lilia goes down. No black shoes for ya.
The black shoes was not enough to save the life of Mr. June, as SUNSPARKS will now go to the turtle. Let's look at the replay. This is clearly the power of the Django, but again, as we've said, in terms of damage output, you layer up the Rondo and you combo it with the Shadow Blade Slaughter. Quite a huge damage output there for Team SUNSPARKS, and that will give them a huge oomph in their income.
You know what? This is what makes JP one of the scariest Gushans out there. He's very calculated in terms of his movement. He knows exactly when he needs to dive and when he will not be able to get the kill. This is going to be the conceal, the flicker, the Divine Judgment. The combo will not be enough to take them down. The Noble Mask going to have to do. Meteor Shower against the Gushan. Gushan goes down. The Granger, however, blocked by the Bulwark. What a play from GEO Esports. Outplayed SUNSPARKS. My goodness.
Blocked by Aura right there. SUNSPARKS miscalculated, and that is clearly a win for Team GEO Esports. Quite a nice move right there from JP and Fuzaken.
Oh man.
But again, you are dealing with a Lilia and of course a Lolita.
The Lolita defense,
so you need to probably bait first the block, the Bulwark Shield. If you are Renjo.
That is one thing you can say for sure. But Renzo, it's not about Renzo not calculating against GEO Esports. It's more about this Aura playing so well. In terms of guarding his teammates. It's going to be a 1v1 KelVJ against Libra. A little bit of disarm in there, but of course the Masha has been fended off. In the middle, there's a little bit of siege. They stun up the Kaja this time as they take out the turret as well.
There you go.
Looking for an opening this time. The glorious pathway from behind.
Yes, you're definitely right. Who will take the turtle? Was is here. The only one left. That is a meteor shower from the side. Fuzaken will put a but a Numino blast onto two. Clutch stun right there from the Lolita, Mr. Aura. The Rhapsody is indeed real, but again, raise your shield, Aura. It is the main weapon for GEO Esports to get 3 kills against SUNSPARKS.
SUNSPARKS did not respect GEO Esports at all. We were mentioning about this. They cannot fight head-on, even when there is a very good glorious pathway and they are overly committed to the fight. Rencho, with his positioning, is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, there was just not enough. The damage output coming out from this Django, who is actually playing so well in terms of positioning, was more than enough. Look at this. Homis not even touched by SUNSPARKS.
You're definitely right. SUNSPARKS disrespecting the immortality from Mr. Aura. And man, what's interesting here, like, if SUNSPARKS initiates with a Divine Judgment, GEO Esports is immediately there in their faces
turtle
Exactly.
resurrecting soon.
Now, again, there's going to be the Death Sonata committed as they take out the turret up top. There is going to be the stun,
There you
the
go.
Hylas in the middle.
There you
Of
go.
course, the Dominant Blast is going to be cast the Glorious Pathway from behind. They only connect onto one meter shower.
There you
It's
go.
not going to be enough. Look at this Refresh
They want
attacking
the
so
Hylas.
much JP's here. And of course, the Granger with the Rhapsody not hitting anyone actually. But Aura
There-
puts up the shields once again.
There's no target for both of the teams, but Reflesha will be the one falling down, so as Aura. 5-8 is the score, and this is it. A one-on-one with a
no.
great one. You don't go one-on-one with a mashup player. 9-5 GEO Esports coming back from this game.
Kel VJ know that he will win the fight against the mashup, but what he forgot was the turtle buff. It was available in Libra that gave them the extra damage against the Thams. The Thams couldn't survive even through the Cotret Inferno. My goodness.
Besides the turtle damage, you do have the high and dry on this Masha. Plus, of course, the lead in terms of items. So, man, what a clutch play coming in from GEO Esports.
Leading by 6,000. Yeah, they are doing it perfectly well. We mentioned about their early game, and it's really coming into fruition for GEO Esports. It's going to be up to them on how they will capitalize with this lead, but I'm pretty confident that they will be going up against SUNSPARKS in their faces for the next few minutes.
As we are now looking in the items. Immortality, of course, for the Lolita. Ice Queen wand from Chango, and the glowing wand as well. Both of these core heroes having having a huge amount of slows, and of course the extra proc from the magic penetration. Here we go. They do want Mr. Reflesha right here. That is the Glorious Pathway. As we've said,
My goodness.
a bowling out, a free bowling alley for Horus to land all of those meteor showers. 5-11 GEO Esports knocking at the doors.
And
This
they
is
will-
Brazil, man. Welcome to Brazil.
Welcome to Brazil. Now, SUNSPARKS, how can they defend against an angry sieging line of GEO Esports from long distance? They are able to take out the Thams this time.
Resurrecting
And the
soon.
siege potential from GEO Esports is just way too much. They're overwhelming SUNSPARKS at this point, and there's nothing that they can do. SUNSPARKS, they need more time. But GEO Esports, they will not let that happen. They're knocking now towards the Lord area.
Here we go, GEO Esports. Nick Fury is not here, but the shield is their main weapon.
Libra, look at how fast the Turbo Masha once again taking out objectives, and now the Hylas is down. There is going to be a good, actually a Grok block from GEO Esports, but they will not push through as the bottom lane is now compromised.
That is-
SUNSPARKS. This is a 4 versus 5.
That is the Duran string, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Team GEO Esports, they do want to finish this. Man, Aura with a huge amount of burst. And that is
Oh.
mega kill coming in from Horus. 4 heroes falling down for SUNSPARKS. This is GEO Esports, and game 1 was probably their download game. We have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to game number 3 as GEO Esports tied things up. SUNSPARKS, they don't have that much damage in the early game. For sure, they don't have the integrity of their team fight is quite low.
Yep.
And GEO Esports took advantage of that. The Lilia pick really facilitated for a good Chango, as well as the Masha and GEO Esports. They're looking confident right now.
That is the power of the Lilia. You don't even need her ultimate to threat your opponent with your damage.
Oh,
But for me, man, it was Aura who carried this
oh
game.
definitely.
Clutch shields and clutch Numinum Blast.
Always
2, 3, 10, always there at the right place at the right time.
Always making sure that put up the shield only when Renzo puts up the Rhapsody or the Death Sonata. And we saw how well Aura actually landed the Numinum Blasts.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, outside of the Kaja, there is no instant initiate coming out from
From
SUNSPARKS.
SUNSPARKS.
And I think that overall, this team, SUNSPARKS team, struggles when they